in the gacha scene, but I heard right now in other communities they have it even worse. And I was told if we want to peek on how bad things can truly get, I guess we're about to become aware. I'm gonna speed this up. I know this goes through some crazy ass shit, but I don't know if we're aware of how crazy things are about to get.
Well, I'm your #1 fan. I've been subscribed to you for 3 years.
Okay, well maybe it's a gerbil.
I'm gonna meet you at FanFest, Xeno.
Hi. White women like you make me really glad that Lake and Riley suffered being violently in her last moments of being alive.
He is charged for electronic communication harassment, criminal stalking, and threatened to use a firearm and threaten of violence.
I hope your daughter gets if you have one. I hope your brother gets his skull bashed open by black people.
I will never forgive you.
You know Xeno called me a groomer in his Discord? I swear he did.
Wait, okay. Hold up. Do we know who this dude is? The most despicable Final Fantasy XIV player. Desolance himself. Does this dude still have a channel? How does this dude have a channel? Okay, I don't get that. All right, let's keep going, man.
Because you yourself are a groomer, and I will prove this. I will prove this. Now, he doesn't know I have this evidence. No. This is something that he doesn't know about.
Xeno, you're sexually active? No, Xeno. I want to have sex, Xeno. No. I want to have sex really bad, Xeno.
I know all about you. I know all the shit that happened back when you were in high school, when you met Katie.
I don't give a fuck about your shitty ass piece of shit redneck client. Again, I hope you get the same way Lake and Riley did.
I know all the stuff that happened in 2013.
I can call you a rat, I can call you a maggot, I can call you a brain-damaged worm.
I know all the shit that happened in 2015.
I'm gonna meet you at FanFest, Xeno. And when I do, we gonna be friends forever, Xeno. We never gonna be apart again.
I know all of it.
Stupid, dumb, dirty, Anglo-Saxon lick my fucking.
I am gonna hold you accountable for everything you've done.
You know, maybe we have it pretty good over here. You know, upon further consideration, maybe things are fine in Wuthering Waves. Maybe things are fine in the gacha category, guys.
Okay, here we are. The big day has arrived. For those of you that do not know, I have been in a lawsuit with a person named Lionel, aka Desolance, Howard Moon, and I won that lawsuit. I sued his ass for defamation, and I fucking won. And he owes me thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars. Now, he will deny this because he's a liar, but unfortunately for him, I have court documents and evidence, and he was actually handed a court document himself that says he owes me thousands and thousands of dollars. So he can deny and deny all he wants, but I know deep down inside of his frail, fragile little interior, he knows it's true, and he's going to have to pay me. Now, he will say that he refuses to pay me. However, he's not refusing to pay me by his choice. No. He's refusing to pay me because he can't pay me. There is a difference. There's a very, very...
Oh, God motherfucking damn. Poor. Bro, get a job, man. Dude, that's what I don't get, man. Like, how are you going to do this content creating thing for 12, 16 hours a fucking day, and you got no money, man? At that point, you know, you got to at least get a part-time job, man. I mean, come on. I mean, bro says he's been doing this shit for 10 years. Well, then you're not a content creator, man. You're just a person who thinks that they're a content creator, just being lazy on the fucking internet, man.
Okay, he can't pay me because he is jobless. He is worthless, has no fucking schooling. He has nothing. He literally has nothing. He's so broke. He's such a broke little fucking bitch that he doesn't even have his own phone. He called and threatened my lawyer using his mother's phone.
What? Yo, what? Damn, man. He couldn't even get a fucking burner for $15.99 from 7-Eleven. Man, bro is down bad.
His mother's phone. This is also proven through court documents and evidence because they fucking traced the number and it came back to Nadine. Yeah, that's your mom, right? Nadine? That's your mom, right? That's her number, yeah. Because you are such a fucking bum that you have to involve your mom in this shit. That is how worthless and vile you are.
That's insane.
Oh, I know all about you. I know all about you. I know all the shit that happened back when you were in high school, when you met Katie. I know all that. I know all the stuff that happened in 2013. I know all the shit that happened in 2015. Fast forwarding a little bit to 2017, when you started to attack me and Ember, and then you went back to Katie in 2019.
Bro, I really hope that this isn't me and another content creator in 10 years. Hopefully motherfuckers just learn that when they're called out to stay gone or really try to change or just, you know, go your separate ways.
Yeah, I know all of it. I can.
So this is what Final Fantasy XIV lack of content does to a motherfucker, huh?
Prove all of it. I have evidence of all of it. And what do you have? Over a year and a half ago, I told you, because you sent me an apology. Now, you can deny it all you want. And I don't care if other people believe me or if they believe you. I don't give a shit. Because what matters to me is that me and you both know that you made an apology video to me and Ember, and other people saw it. I saw it as well. And in that apology video, you admitted to being a fucking psychopath, you admitted to being cringe, and you admitted to being wrong. Now, that video is gone because your channel was since deleted, which for some weird reason, he likes to say that his channel wasn't deleted when it actually was. He will lie about literally anything. You apologize to me. Whenever you apologize or expose yourself for being vulnerable or something, you're trying to manipulate the person that you're talking to. I know this because you're a fucking psychopath and you're an incel and a narcissist. That is how your brain functions. I rejected that apology. I will never forgive you for what you did to her. I am going to hold you accountable for everything.
There you go.
Everything you've done.
Get him.
You're not going to be able to escape this. No. See, the thing is, you fuck around and find out. Oh, when you found out, you got hit hard. Ooh, you got hit so fucking hard. You got hit like 5 digits worth of money hard. I have spent the past year collecting evidence and just staying silent. I haven't said
5 racks
this entire time. But today, I'm going to. Because today, I can say whatever the fuck I want. Because my lawsuit's over. I beat
Wait,
you.
no, 5 digits?
Do you guys know how hard it
racks.
is to prove defamation? It is
it's so
insanely
fucking hard.
And able to prove someone defamed you, you have to be dealing with an actual psychopath.
Yep.
Just so you guys are aware, it is insanely fucking hard to prove defamation.
Absolutely.
And let me tell you this. I not only proved defamation, but I proved that you are a liar. I proved that you don't give a shit about
There are so many cases where I've considered going after people for defamation, but it's just not worth the headache, to be honest. It's really not. I'll be real. Like, I am not a big going to court guy. It's just not worth the headache. You know what I mean? It is what it is. I'll just fucking take it, deal with it, and I'll overcome it, right? Proving defamation is insane.
Any type of potential victim or anything like that. Okay, so first off, you claim that I have groomed and abused people. And at the same time, you call those people that I have groomed and abused, you refer to them as meat bags to fuck and human fleshlights. You don't care if I'm a groomer or not. You don't give a shit because you yourself are a groomer. And I will prove this. I will prove this. Now, he doesn't know I have this evidence. No. This is something that he doesn't know about. He will say that he has not been charged as a criminal. He is lying about that. I have evidence. I have literally court evidence from the Massachusetts website. He is charged with 3 counts. He is charged for electronic communication harassment, criminal stalking, and threatened to use a firearm and threaten of violence. 2 of those counts are 100 days or more in jail. 1 of those counts is 100 days or less in jail. Now, he will lie and he will deflect. One thing that you guys need to understand throughout this entire proceeding is that he is a narcissist. He is an incel. He will lie and do whatever he can to twist and manipulate things. He will never admit to fault. Even if you have evidence, he will still be like, nah, that's fake, bro. That's fake. He will deny actual fucking court documented evidence as.
This sounds so familiar. What the fuck? This is insane.
Fake. That is how delusional he is. I'm going to tell you right now, a shit ton of things are redacted because he will constantly make sexual assault jokes. He will constantly harass people for different races. He is racist against every race. He's even dropped N-bombs towards me and he's black. I don't even know how the fuck that makes any sense, but he literally will insult me by dropping N-bombs. Like, this doesn't even make sense. He is racist. He is an abuser. He is a stalker and he is a groomer. And I'm going to prove all this today. Here's another one fucked up thing. He used to have this friend, or at least he claimed that he was his friend. And his name was Zachy. Zachy, unfortunately, he took his own life. And at his memorial service, his urn was displayed. This piece of shit, Lionel, someone took a picture of the urn to share to the people that couldn't make it. He got a hold of that picture. He posted that picture on his YouTube video as a fucking thumbnail to insult other people. He took that picture of a fucking urn of his friend and put it as his profile. For whatever reason, he is obsessed with dead people and he loves bringing up dead people.
At a certain point, you just gotta think, is playing Final Fantasy worth it? And I'll be real. I mean, am I really that shocked that this community's like this? Well, no, not really. When you have grown-ass men playing Lalafels. But, maybe we just calm down a little bit. Maybe we just reel it back a little bit. And maybe we all just go back to just fighting Sephiroth, and maybe we get a couple mounts here and there. And maybe we get a guild house. Maybe we just get naked and we dance in the mailboxes for gold. I feel like this is going a little bit crazy here.
Like, I'll give you another example. I knew this guy from years and years ago. His name was Mark. Now, I was
Hi,
never
Mark.
friends with Mark. Like, I was an acquaintance with him. He was a drummer in another band. This was like, this was a long time ago. This was back when I was like 20. I was aware of Mark. I wasn't friends with Mark, but I was acquaintances with Mark. Well, Mark, he was doing a delivery job, and unfortunately, he was robbed, shot, and killed. And for whatever reason, he keeps bringing up Mark in DMs with me. It's one of those things where, not trying to sound cold, but Mark's death didn't affect me. I hadn't talked to Mark in probably like 14 or 15 years. Was I like, damn, that sucks that he died?
I mean, I don't think that you should ever feel guilty for that. I mean, I didn't really feel anything over my grandmother or my grandfather's death because I've only met them like 4 times. And I understand the family connection. But for me, if you don't really know somebody, you don't really know somebody. It is what it is. I mean, I feel like the death that probably hit me the hardest was probably my cat. And I only knew that cat for 2 weeks, but I spent every day with it for those 2 weeks, and that was brutal. Yeah, no, I mean, I feel like that's okay. If you don't know somebody, you don't know somebody, and I think the even worse thing to do is to pretend that you're upset by something that's not really emotionally affecting you.
Died. I mean, obviously, yes, because he died a really fucked up way. For some reason, he keeps bringing that up, which is very weird. And he keeps bringing up Zachy. And then I'll tell you later on Naomi's testimony that her friend Keegan or something, his mom died or something, and he will constantly bring up his dead mom. That is just really weird and awkward. It's just creepy, man. It's just psychotic shit. Why would you continuously bring up dead people? That doesn't make any sense, dude. Like, what the fuck? So, with all that being said, I have to redact a ridiculous amount of information. Racial slurs, bigotry, sexual jokes, just pretty much anything you can possibly think of.
I think jokes are fine. Obviously, there's a certain limit, but come on, guys, they're jokes. Let's not turn 2024 the year of the jokes. Let's focus on the things that are actually bad, like, grooming. Grooming is very bad.
I just want to express to you guys that the amount of negative information that I have on this idiot is overwhelming. So I had to present this in a digestible way, okay?
He's not joking, though. No, he quite literally said the word jokes. Right? I feel like jokes are pretty fine,
Now, this Google Doc is 9 pages. It's going to be a lot more than that. We're going to watch some videos. However, I'm going to say this. I am not going to watch a majority of his content. His content is all the same in every video. In every video, he will have this weirdo wall behind him where he has taken like just weird shit and pasted it together. And he will just rant. All of his claims are baseless. He doesn't have a single piece of evidence, of actual evidence. You don't have to actually believe anything that I'm saying.
Does anybody know this situation? Out of curiosity? Does anybody know this situation? Like, how many of you guys are familiar with what's going on here? Yeah, I see a couple of y'all say yeah. Is this guy that we're listening to right now? Is he pretty straightforward? Who is this guy? I watch Xeno. Yeah. Okay, so I can trust this guy. Okay, he's a straight shooter. He's the man. Okay, yeah, he seems like a good dude. So he's pretty on the mark here. He's reputable. Who the fuck is saying no? He's high end rated on FF. Very well known. Very straightforward. Okay, he is the you of Final Fantasy 14. Okay, all right, great.
I don't care if you do, because everything I'm telling you will be backed by proof and evidence.
Great.
All that being said, let's get into this.
Okay,
so this is a stream YouTube copy. This will probably be on Twitter as well. This document will expose Lionel for being a sexual predator, a groomer, stalker, and abuser. I have included court documents and first-hand witness testimonies of every claim to prove without a shadow of a doubt who he really is. Any reference to see video is referring to the live stream or YouTube upload. I will continue to update this document as long as things progress. This document, for the most part, will be self-sufficient. However, there will be examples in video form not linked here. Okay, who is Lionel? Lionel, aka Desolance, Howard Moon, estrogen dealer, etc. Currently is 28 years old, lives with his mother, has no job.
Let's see here real quick. Desolance himself. So this is the big bad guy, right? Desolance himself. This fucking dude. Pregnancy fetish. What the fuck is going on? Why is Rich there? What fucking can of worms am I opening right now, man? What the fuck is this channel?
Dude, you know what? I have to stay calm. This is...
Okay, so I'm getting a feeling that people don't like this guy. Don't watch his shit. He's very racist, drops a lot of very racist words.
Genuinely psychotic. Ladies and gentlemen, this was going to be part of a larger upload, but this is so warped and depraved, like it's indefensible, and this person needs to be held accountable, but I want to show you the extent of this game's true nature. It's perfectly fine that he did this. Xenosis Vex doxed myself, my mother, and my 2 sisters, their addresses, their full names, their phone numbers, to the entirety of his warped, psychotic fan base. Let me
So I have a feeling that these two don't like each other, huh? He deletes all of his comments? Yeah, that makes sense. Okay, and so it's known that this other guy's fucking nuts, huh? Okay, well, let's find out who this guy is. It's good to have a voice to match the name then.
Or source of income.
He's been stalking Xeno for 7 years. Jesus Christ. At a certain point, you gotta fucking move on, you know what I'm saying?
and is completely reliant on his mother to live. Terminally lives online and hides behind computer screens and aliases. To my knowledge, he is also on assisted living. He has out.
I don't really want to guilt anybody who's 28 who still lives with their mom or no source of income. I kind of get it. You know, the world's a pretty rough place. Now, me personally, I moved out when I was 16, but that was because my dad was in jail. But yeah, I mean, you know, the world's pretty rough. I don't want to guilt anybody for that. But yeah, it is what it is.
Bursts of uncontrollable jealous rage whenever he is not acknowledged, questioned by people he deems beneath him, and when someone has something he doesn't. Example, money, social status, women, popularity, etc. I believe he is an incel and narcissist. He is factually known as an abuser and sexual predator from legal documents such as testimonies and court orders. He stalks, abuses, grooms, spreads the nudes of women he talks to, and harasses people. Oh yeah, I forgot about that. Yeah, so we'll get to that in a minute. Yeah, but he likes to take people's nudes and spread them to not only their family members, but also upload them to Pornhub and Instagram. One of them was forced to get a restraining order placed on him for all of the above, which is Katie. We will talk about her later. I was also forced to get a stalking protection order against him. He used to be a part of the
Why can't people just jerk off to porn? You know? Like, why can't people just look up Pornhub? Why can't people go on to, like, Rule 34 and type in, like, Nami one-piece blowjob? Why you got to do all that? What's the point of doing all that? You know, especially with the age of AI. I'll be real, man. Like, I just Google Rover Wuthering Waves, fucked in ass, and then 200 images populate. Like, why do people got to do all this shit? You know, just to crank, bro.
14 world race scene, but was kicked out due to trash gameplay like missing addles and being a complete fucking psychopath. I have been in a legal battle with him for over a year. I sued him for defamation, and I won. And I plowed over you with no fucking resistance. This is what the fuck I did to you.
Oh my god! Holy shit, Dad!
You know what's funny, man? When I went to FanFest last year, I actually paid $2,500 just to crush that car with that tank so I could put that in this video. That is how confident I knew that I was going to win. Anyway, I sued him for defamation. He did not respond a single time. He received all of these court documents, and he did not respond to these court documents a single time. As a matter of fact, he thought that these court documents were a joke. Here's another weird thing that he does. He will always assume that people are attacking him or some weird shit when he is the aggressor. That's his mindset. He's the insane aggressor. But yet, when people voice their...
Yeah, we'll see a lot of people, typical of narcissists, who, no matter what, they were never the one who attacked. And, you know, the problem is that there are people who have never attacked, and then there are people who just lie about never attacking, right? Like, and they'll never have a specific example of when they didn't do that. So, like, for example, right? Me and Gotcha Smack, I 1,000,000% take accountability for that was me who fucked up, right? But the problem is when other people never have a single scenario of them ever admitting their wrongdoing, and it's just really not a good look. It's the same thing for the 2012 or the 2012 wave of where everybody was saying they had a mental illness. Everybody was saying they were schizophrenic, and that made people who were actually schizophrenic very difficult to actually receive help. So the problem is when you have all these people who lie about being a victim, it makes it very hard for the victims to actually get the help they fucking need. And that's why I really despise people who feign mental illness, who feign tragedy, who feign trauma, because it really, really detracts from getting the people who actually have all these issues get the help they need.
Opinion on him when people are like, hey, you know, call in a fucking lawyer and threaten to sexually assault her 9-year-old.
It's the same thing for people who say that someone else committed the crime they didn't commit. I feel like the punishment should be very adjacent to lying about that, right? Because if you lie and say this person did this and you're just purely lying, right? The punishment needs to be incredibly, incredibly fucking severe.
Daughter, that's pretty psychotic. He will act like that is the end of the world. Now, we'll get to that, guys. I'm going to play those voicemails for you as well, and I'll have the transcript. Basically, he is a big pussy-ass coward. He's just a little bitch. He can talk all this shit. He's all big and bad online. But when you actually approach him from a legal standpoint, he just rolls over and takes it like the little bitch that he is. Not a single time did he ever respond to any of the court documents. And I know his mom is aware. And the reason why I know is because she was handed court documents. And I know...
Because I fucked her.
She was handed court documents because I hired a fucking civil processing server. What did he accuse me of? Sexually and physically abusing women, being a pedophile, being a groomer, sharing with other people such as Lamatod, holding a woman captive in my own...
So that's why Llama sent me this. Okay, so now I'm getting why Llama told me about this shit. Yeah, apparently this dude has done some very horrible shit to Lamatod as well, and I'm gonna have to... We'll get into that later.
Home against her will. These are the things that he accused me of. Now, you would think that if someone accuses someone else of these horrendous fucking actions, you would think that they would go to the police. But instead, you know what he did? Nah, he didn't go to
He made a YouTube video.
The police. He didn't defend himself in court. He wasn't like, hey, I have all this evidence that shows Xeno's a fucking groomer. No. Instead, he made YouTube videos just...
And there it is. What a title it was, too. What a title it was. Insane.
regurgitating this horrible information. And on top of that, every single victim that he said that I groomed, he insulted them by calling them meatbags to fuck and human fleshlights. So I'm going to go with the thing that you're full of shit and you're a fucking liar. There is no evidence whatsoever to support any of his claims, and every instance of defamation is not only a lie, but an admission of guilt. Over the span of a year, Lionel or Desolance has uploaded over 115 videos defaming me, lying, spreading...
Hey, he's almost getting to Blazuka's level. I'm not supposed to bring him up. Almost to Blazuka's level.
Malicious, false accusations on YouTube through shorts and full-length videos and live streams on Twitch. He also spread all of these same false accusations across various social media accounts with the intent of damaging my name. I have collected all of this information, which amounts to over 50 gigabytes of footage and data. I'm going to prove to you and everyone that every time that he called me a groomer, a sexual predator, an abuser, all of those instances, I'm going to prove to you that not only are they not true, obviously, but he himself are those things. His brain does not function properly, and he is aware of the horrible actions that he does. He just doesn't want to accept it. So he projects that action onto another person to try to cope with the fact that he's such a vile fucking creature.
Yeah, of course. I mean, there's another similar experience where another content creator put me through extreme duress for 2 years and never reached out, never apologized, never attempted to do anything to right the wrong he did. But then once the shoe went on the other foot, then he said, oh, woe is me. I can't believe that this is happening to me, when in reality, all of the torment he put on other people came back to him. Yeah, I mean, it's an age-old case of narcissism, victim mentality, and only caring about the downsides of your actions when they come back to bite you in the ass.
He projects nonstop. He lies nonstop. That is who he is. And he runs and he hides behind aliases and computer screens. He is a shut-in. This is all he does. He lives terminally online. He is literally the definition of like all of those cliches, right? Like a 30-year-old living with their mom on their computer, typing all that shit. That's literally who he is. And I'm going to prove this to you today, not by my word. You know how I roll. I do not just say something and then expect you to believe me. When I say something, I will have irrefutable evidence to back up my fucking claim.
Great,
I have
let's
never
see
been
it.
sexually inappropriate
Let's
with
see it then.
anyone in my entire life. Everything I have ever done with another person has been legal and consensual. There is no evidence or history of any creepy, awful, or vile behavior. And there never will be, because I'm not a fucking psychopath or a criminal like Lionel. He will lie and say that he's not a criminal. He is currently facing criminal charges, which he will be convicted of, because I want to know, dude, I want to know how the fuck you're going to say that's not your voice on the voicemails. It's okay. You know what? We'll do a test later today. We'll see if other people can tell that's your voice or not. Yeah, we'll see. Don't worry. I'm going to play him. I am extremely confident, extremely confident in who I am as a person and my credibility. Lionel will constantly bring up the age gap between me and my younger adult friends, saying that I lied about their ages. This is impossible because I do not reveal the personal information of my friends to people online. You know why I don't? Not because I'm ashamed, but because I'm not creepy, because I'm not a psychopath. I don't give a shit what you think about me. I'm not going to reveal personal information about my fucking friends. This should not even be a discussion. Are you kidding me?
Good call.
Someone revealed personal information about their friends, I would think that that person is a fucking lunatic. You cannot trust people. Yeah, let me just give out your birth date and social security number to this random guy because he's making bad comments to me. What the fuck? He is trying to twist this narrative that because I have an age gap between me and my younger adult friends, that there's some creepy criminal activity going on there, and an age gap is not indicative of any criminal.
Nah, I don't really think it matters, to be honest, as long as you're just friends. I'll be real. My dad's 73 and he hangs out with my buddies who are like 25. It's never weird, you know? It's honestly pretty wholesome, to be honest. Yeah, I feel like motherfuckers who just say that shit are just trying to find any dirt whatsoever and trying to make some shit weird that's just not weird.
Behavior. I am a streamer. I'm a content creator. I have friends from all ages. I have 19, 20-year-old friends. I have 40-year-old friends. I have 50-year-old friends. I stream to literally thousands of people every day. I'm not going to be like, whoa. Are you 30? Are you 30? Oh, then get the fuck out of here. You're banned. You're banned. Get out of here. No, I can't talk to you. That's fucking insane, man. Are you kidding me? I can't believe that this person is trying to twist that narrative that just because I'm friends with younger adult men and women. Oh, here's another thing too. He only focuses on the women. He only focuses on the women. He doesn't focus on the men. I play Final Fantasy 14 and Vermintide with young men as well. Like it's just
Vermintide is so fucking goated, man. God, I wish they would fix that fucking game.
It's not women. It's not like I'm just sitting there alone in my room and shit. Oh, messaging. Oh yeah, this part. Yeah, you know what? No, there's nothing like that going on. And he has no evidence to support this claim. He has no evidence to support this claim. No woman or or man has ever come forward and been like, you know what, Xeno's been a little creepy lately. That's never fucking happened. Anyway, this is impossible because I do not reveal the personal information of my friends to people online. Also, an age gap is not indicative of any criminal or predatory behavior. I'm a streamer and content creator. Of course, I'm going to have friends and viewers of all ages. Just because there's an age gap does not mean I want to stick my dick in everyone. He is simply trying to twist that age gap narrative into something creepy and criminal. Lionel claims I was inappropriate with my friend Amber for making a sexual joke. He claims I was grooming her at one point. The event he referred to, we both laughed and had a good time, and neither party felt like I was inappropriate, or that it was inappropriate. Absolutely nothing inappropriate happened then or at any other point in time between me and Amber. He also constantly claims that my friend Spudsy is underage. She is not underage. I was not friends with her when she was underage. There is no evidence of any inappropriate behavior between her and I the entire time we have known each other. On the contrary, I have both these women's testimonies that were used in the court case under the penalty of perjury in my defense, proving the opposite of what Lionel claims. Any activity that my adult friends and I have engaged in have always and will always be consensual. He is completely fucking delusional. He is a liar. He also thinks that he won the defamation lawsuit and it was thrown out despite being served a legal document saying that he is ordered to pay me thousands and thousands of dollars. These will be shown below. It's important to know, it's very important to know, that he doesn't actually care if people are or aren't groomers, abusers, files, stalkers, or racist against others. He will attack your character, your self-worth, and attack you over and over until you're left demoralized. This is because he has literally nothing in his life, and to actually feel like he has accomplished anything, he needs to bring others down. He has proven himself
it is really unfortunate when you go up against somebody who has nothing to fucking lose. It's like, for example, when like someone's channel's like falling off dramatically, like they will make up what the fuck ever in order to remain to gain relevance again. It's really, really, really fucking scary. It's just a lose-lose scenario because you know they'll just say fucking whatever. Because why wouldn't they? They've already lost everything, you know? Like they might as fucking well. I mean, that's why another great buff that I have from my previous trauma is that I never have to worry about doing anything weird because I just don't like sex in real life. You know, that's another huge buff that I have. It is, I will admit, I do take people who are a little bit too crazy about sexual life a little bit timidly. Because I'm like, okay, well, I mean, if you're having sex 3 times a day with different chicks, I mean, that's just kind of wild, bro. I don't know, man. The lifestyle just makes no sense. But yeah, a little bit of a tangent there. But yeah, when someone has nothing to lose, they'll say whatever to gain anything.
A racist, abuser, stalker, groomer, and sexual predator from all the witness statements in previous court cases and private messages that people have come forward with. I can prove all of this with 100% certainty through court documents, first-hand testimonies, and my own first-hand accounts. He only accuses people of these things because he knows it makes others uncomfortable and will deflect his own horrendous actions and project his own faults onto other people.
Of course, some people build themselves up because here's what happens, right? There's someone who's a piece of shit, right? And they're all the way down here. And they want to go up. Right? They want to go up because that's where all the other people are at, right? This is where all the other people are at. Now, the problem is that they understand they can't go up. So what do they got to do? They got to take their big old axe, right? They got to take their big old axe and they got to chop, 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 chop until they're all down at his level, right? And then he didn't bring himself up. He brought them down. So that way he can pretend that he's up because the other people around him are down. And that's the way that a lot of people operate, right? Where instead of clearing their own name, they'll just try to fuck you, 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 fuck you. You're all shit. Except for me. Right now, I'm gonna pull you up an example of what exactly I mean by that. So I'm gonna show you an example of called a narcissistic collapse, because this kind of sounds what's happening right now. So this happens a lot with narcissists. It's called a narcissistic collapse. And it's an intense emotional response that people with narcissistic personality disorder may experience when they feel a setback to their self-esteem. It can be triggered by failure or humiliation, or when someone challenges their behavior. The collapse can manifest in 2 forms: withdrawal, or in this case, vindictive behavior, and can have consequences for the person and their relationships, right? So they want to because they're being taken down, they want to take down every other single person with them. What I'm saying is,
Every accusation he has made about me is an admission of guilt. If anything he said was true, he would have gone to the police or defended his claims in court. But he did neither, because he is a liar and a coward. He does this to hide how much of an awful, vile creature he truly is. So I ask again, Lionel, you have said all these things about me. Why didn't you say anything in court? Why don't you have any evidence? I know the answer to that question. That is because you are a fucking vile thing. You are a liar, you're a coward, and you know that it's not true. I will actually prove that I know that he knows that it's not true. I can actually prove that as well. We'll get to that when we get to the voicemails. He has no evidence, no witness testimony. His evidence to any claim is just, trust me, bro. And in the eyes of the court means absolutely nothing. This was proven when he never one time, not one time, ever defended himself. Even when he showed up to the damages hearing, he showed up. He actually gave his friends the Zoom call info too. There were people in there. One of their names was like John Groomington. Another was like Groomer Sysvex. And let me tell you, that didn't look
John Groomington? What the that's your lawyer?
good. That did not look good for you. Even when he showed up to the damages hearing, he remained silent the entire time. Even after the judge called his name twice, I ran him over like the little bitch that he is with not a single ounce of resistance throughout this entire proceeding because he is very self-aware of his cowardice and lies. Why would you invite your friends to watch a losing court case? I don't know.
That's
But
a
they were
great
there,
question.
And they saw him lose.
Because you're fucked?
They saw him lose. Lionel is my biggest fan and has logged more Xeno hours than anyone on the planet. He hates me with every fiber of his being, so why didn't he go to the police with all of this information? If I am a groomer, why didn't he come forward with this during any of the proceedings? If he wants to ruin my career, why not put me in jail? Because he can't. You will never ruin me. You will never cancel me. You will never harm me in any way, shape, or form. You can try, but you will never be able to harm me.
Speak
He
your
doesn't
shit,
have
King.
anything and never will. He is a worthless, miserable, vile creature, not deserving of the life that he has. This is the backstory in TLDR.
Get
Okay,
him.
so before we get into this, I want to state that a majority of you do not know who the fuck this idiot is. And that's completely understandable because he is a nobody. The only reason we're talking about him today is because he is holding a grudge from 7 years ago that he was rejected by both my exes. Yeah, that's right. This whole thing comes down to pussy. This whole thing comes down to women. I'll get into it. In the middle of 2017, I met Lionel through my friend Ember. Lionel was
Why can't y'all just jerk off to anime chicks, bro? It makes your life so much easier, bro. Can't get a girlfriend? Okay, that's all right. Pull one on the standard manner. And then all of a sudden you're good to go. Why can't you just jerk off to anime chicks, bro? It's so easy. It's so easy. You get it done, then you're done, and you move forward.
obsessed with her and in love with Ember, or what he perceived as love. He still feels this way to this day. I know you do. Ember wanted nothing to do with him because he is a fucking psychopath. She rejected him, and we got into a romantic relationship lasting over 2 years. As this was going on, he tried to get with my ex, Naomi. She also rejected him. This pushed him into an uncontrollable amount of rage and anger. He could not handle the rejection and still can't to this day. You were rejected by both my exes. You will never live that down. You will go the rest of your miserable fucking vile life thinking to yourself, man, how the fuck was I rejected by not only one, but 2 women from the person that I hate the most. This pushed him into an uncontrollable amount of rage. He could not handle the rejection and still can't to this very day.
Now, the problem is, when I first started this video, I saw people saying, oh yeah, Xeno's been obsessed with this guy for years. Okay, well, here's the thing, right? If you got someone coming after you saying that you've done very serious crimes, do you not have the right to fucking defend yourself? Right? You can't just say, oh, he's obsessed. And you say, well, he's being bothered by a guy and he needs to defend himself. Right? To these people saying that, oh, Xeno's obsessed too. No, he's not. Right? I'm not obsessed with a fly because it's trying to suck the blood out of my body. I'm trying to get the fuck off me so it stops fucking biting me. That's just annoying as fuck.
He began to post any malicious and fictitious information he could to not only smear my name, but also Ember's. This did not work, which made him even more angry. He was hurt, humiliated, and his vile voice fell on deaf ears and over time became more and more irrelevant until he was a ghost. This went on for around a year. He eventually lost focus on us and started his abuse on Katie. We will talk a lot more about Katie later on. At the time, I had no idea who she was, but she was someone he became romantically involved with in September of 2013. They had known each other since high school. He stalked, harassed, and abused Katie for years. He also groomed her and spread her naked pictures to her family and friends while also posting them on porn sites and Instagram. I will be able to also prove this without a shot.
I want to make sure you guys know that when someone says they're grooming you, it's not like the same thing as a cat. Right? Because I know, right? So grooming, right, has a very different definition on whether you're either playing Minecraft or getting your cat cleaned. Right, so I just want to make sure that we're talking about the bad one, guys.
Shadow of a doubt later through court documents. She got a restraining order against him. After this, he tried to apologize to me. That's right. You tried to apologize to me. And you put on your, oh, I'm so sorry. What I was doing was so vile. You put on your little bitch-ass facade that has worked on other people. But it did not work on me. I will never forgive you, and you will be haunted by that for the rest of your life. You will never.
Yeah, it's another horrible fucking thing when somebody apologizes and they're instantly forgiven, right? Because it's like, okay, well, if they didn't mean it, well, then now they just know that they get to do horrible fucking shit, feign an apology, and then all the little pussy fucking friends will just eat that shit the fuck up, right? So your homies also have a responsibility to hold their friends accountable just as much as the public should.
Never let it go. You will always hate me for it, and I will never...
And you should never give an apology expecting to be forgiven. You should apologize because you want to apologize and then prove that you've changed with your actions rather than your words.
Never fucking forgive you. You can eat shit. Other people saw this apology. You admitted to being a psychopath. You admitted to being cringe. You admitted to fucking being brain damaged. And
I'll be real, being cringe is the biggest crime of them all, to be honest.
Were very apologetic. However, I knew it was bullshit. It was complete 100% bullshit. That rejection triggered all the past events and set him into another rage. This happened over a year ago, and here we are today. Okay, now we've read a bunch, all this shit.
Great.
I needed to basically type out all of this to give you context on what exactly happened. I need to give you context on all of this shit. Now, we will get into the meat. We will get into the shit that you want to see. We will get into all of this evidence that I've been talking about. Naomi, here is her statement. I'll keep this statement short, since I don't really care to waste too much time of my time talking about this hideous, raggedy turd named Lionel, also known as his cringy edgelord names, Desolance, Lord Desolance, or Desolance himself. Or for the Final Fantasy XIV folks, Howard Moon, or his current username, Julian Casablancas. This donkey-faced incel tried to catch me on a rebound.
Julian
after Xeno and I broke up.
Casablancas? Bro, it's one of my favorite lead singers of the Strokes. What the fuck?
And I rejected him, thus causing him to snap and relentlessly pester me for years with his unhinged, psychotic threats and incoherent ramblings. I completely forgot Lionel existed, except for a few years until he started sending me death threats via my business email over the last year, completely unprovoked. I do not speak to him. I do not speak about him, and I haven't since the day I stopped talking to him. After a year I stopped talking to him, I asked him to never contact me again for any reason. He decided to go against my wish and send me an apology. Oh, let's see the apology. I'm sorry in advance for messaging
Oh my God, he's got the fucking receipts. Now this is how you do a document with evidence.
And I promise this isn't an attempt to reestablish contact. By all means, feel free to block me even before you finished reading. I know you have no desire to speak to me after how horribly I treated you and all the awful shit I said to you. I admit that even messaging you to apologize is selfish of me. I wanted to give you a genuine apology for how I acted during the time we spoke to each other. I was going through a lot during that time period, and I acted like a complete piece of shit toward you and said a bunch of awful shit because I hated myself. I'm not attempting to absolve my wrongdoings by mentioning my hardships. A well-adjusted human would never act how I did back then. A well-adjusted human. No, how about just an adjusted human? Just a normal human. You made a fucking error there. A normal human would never act how I did back then.
True.
But the fact of the matter is that I'm not in that camp, and I had and still have a metric fuck ton of inner trauma I need to resolve before I can be. It's fucking hard admitting when you're the problem, but I can't pretend that I wasn't. My way was not the way to be. I get extremely jealous over virtually nothing and convince myself
I'll give it a buck. You probably chat GPT'd this shit.
that people are looking to abandon me because of a deeply rooted lack of self-confidence and lash out as a result. It doesn't matter how much reassurance I'm given. It's never enough because all of the issues I have.
Can I ask a question? During the duration of these two's drama, was this guy, did the other guy ever trick people into believing that the bald guy was the issue? Or was it always like everybody knew this guy was psychotic? He convinced a couple people, very, very, very few. Isn't that crazy? How even still people can be convinced that somebody else is an evil, evil man by the words of a delusional person? Isn't that freaky as fuck to think about? That's what's fucked, right? That's what's really scary, is even the words of fools can still fool so many people. It's insane.
Even if that is true, there's no point in doing anything besides quietly accepting it because I didn't understand that. I said unbelievably horrible things to you because broken people like myself try to break others. What a fucking coward. He's trying to blame inner trauma on acting like a fucking psychopath. This is manipulation. He's not actually sorry at all. This piece of shit is trying to manipulate Naomi into forgiving him. I'm sorry for behaving like a psychopath. I'm sorry for behaving like a psychopath.
Nah, bro, you just are a psychopath.
Last thing I'd like to impart to you is that nothing I said about you was true. The last thing.
The worst part is that till his day, he still does it. But how? Like, why doesn't YouTube step in? Why doesn't Twitch step in? Why doesn't Twitter step in and just ban him? I don't get it. Like, I doubt he gets that many views. Like, is it really worth to have someone like that in the gaming stratosphere? YouTube did ban his first account. Okay, well, he has more, right? Just IP ban him. He's banning on YouTube. Well, why aren't people just reporting him? I don't understand. I really just don't get it. They got two of his channels nuked. He just creates new ones. Okay, well, then people just need to be proactive and just report the new ones. You know what I'm saying? It's not that hard. When a fly steps up, just swat it. It ain't hard. Just do the same thing you do to get the first two channels deleted. Just do it again.
I'd like to impart to you
automation
is
takes time?
that
That makes
nothing
sense.
I said about you was true. It's like he types these out and forgets that he did. I know you went through some shit right before you met me, and I know that things like that start to eat away at someone and make them feel disdainful towards the world. Not every human as shitty as I was. I mean, I would argue that you are human. I don't look at you as a human. I look at you as a vile creature, unworthy of the life that you fucking have. That's what I look at you. That's how I view you. I remember you being a little rough around the edges because of all the shit you went through, but you were also funny as fuck and really, overall, really fun to hang out with. Don't let shitty experiences mold you. Anyway, you're free to leak this to whoever and block me. Yo, thanks for giving permission on that. The way I treated you was genuinely among the worst shit I've ever done in my life, and I've wanted to apologize to you for a while, so I'm doing it now. I hope you live a long and happy life. Only for him to continue his room temperature IQ hate crusade a few years later.
Hey, he says the same thing I do.
Messages and emails. I would like everyone to remember this.
So this is essentially Tectone from Universe 6, and I'm Tectone from Universe 7. So me and this dude have a lot of similarities. Okay, I get it. All right, makes sense.
Because the next thing I'm going to show you is going to completely prove that everything he said in here was bullshit when it comes to anything apologetic. Becoming obsessed with girls that rejects him seems to be his common theme, since I'm clearly not the only girl he's attempted to torment over the last few years. He spends every waking moment of his life being completely obsessed with me and several other content creators, spewing his heinous word diarrhea on his silly little YouTube in a desperate attempt to be recognized. Lionel is like a budget version of Keemstar and Andrew Tate, but for Final Fantasy XIV.
Oh
the only difference is
my God! Jesus Christ, dude.
Actually have success on YouTube making the same incel echo chamber content, and he doesn't. To be honest, his poor mother should have checked him into the Grippy Sock Hotel years ago to go get some help for forever meds. Before I show these emails, I'd like to warn anyone that might be sensitive to reading threats of death and sexual violence.
Okay.
Linked here. Anyone that is sensitive to that, get the fuck out now. From Desolance.
Hey, we all good?
I'm not going to click on this, obviously. This Imgur isn't too bad. It's just like a picture of a woman with like maggots in her mouth or some shit. It's not like against TOS or anything, but it's nothing relevant. Anyway, that's his mom and your cat. Your cat is dead. Your cat is fucking dead, and you're a middle-aged retarded woman recording joys in your fucking father's house. Okay, you stupid B word. What a worthless... Okay, so you guys get the point. Okay, so you guys can get the point here. This is the other one. Those are linked there. Lionel also loves bringing up my friend's dead parent and seems to love bringing up dead people and mocking them in general. In addition to all the threats sent to my email, he also found my home address and doxed me when I was live, telling my viewers where I live in hopes one of them would be more unhinged than he is and come to my house to harm me. My full name was leaked from my old donation PayPal link, and he found my address via full name search is my guess. A huge mistake on my part, but I was still fairly new to streaming and didn't know the ins and outs of setting up a proper dono link. Since then, I've been gathering evidence against him and working with police to build a case to protect myself. And since he's a total fucking brainlet, it's been pretty easy to gather evidence against him because of the near constant emails he sends me. He also posts awful Twitter comments on my page under his hundreds of dummy accounts he's made. Having no job or life has afforded him all the time in the world to harass people. I hope this walking can of pussy repellent gets what he deserves. I would love to finally forget that this fucking brainless swine exists and move on with my life. Thanks for reading, Naomi. Thank you very much, Naomi, for giving me that statement. You met him in a way because of me, and for that I have always been very, very sorry. Anyway, that is Naomi's statement. This is the apology. These are the emails he sent.
Jesus.
This is him doxing her. On 3/30/2023, enter the live Twitch stream providing messages to users in the Twitch channel, full private details, a picture as well as typing information into the live chat. Timestamp is US EST.
Like, you're playing Final Fantasy 14, man. Like, why don't you just, like, instead of the death threats and, you know, doxing, like, just fuck with people another way, you know, a more healthy way. Like, you know, like, take their mount or something, or, like, get them kicked from like a guild or something, you know what I mean? Or like throw a dungeon run. Like, why the fuck we got to go through this extreme ass shit? Like, bro, like, why do we got to do this nuts ass shit, bro? What the fuck?
This is him on Twitch. Later in this video, I will go into more of his...
Or get him addicted to League as a joke, you know?
Accounts. One of his accounts is fucking hilarious because it is literally called human_sadness. That is one of his accounts. How appropriate. That account is banned. Let's see. So obviously this is her full address. It's been redacted. He will later in the video say that he does not promote his YouTube channel, which is a complete fucking lie because as you can see, he's promoting his YouTube channel. Just check 4chan. He's been going ape shit on 4chan because for some reason, dude, imagine this. Imagine needing credit. Like, okay, imagine wanting to be justified on 4chan. That is how fucking pitiful this guy is. And the people on 4chan, there's even people on 4chan that are like, holy fuck, you're crazy. Shut the fuck up, dude. Like, not even 4chan wants you. No one wants you. Attached YouTube link.
Yeah, man. It's the same thing who care about, like, some people who care about 4chan's opinion, there's some people who care about Twitter's opinion, some people who care about Reddit's opinions. Like, bro, these platforms, like, don't exist. Like, their opinions truly don't matter, man. Like, for every hate thread that gets 10 million views on Twitter, you'll get, like, one chatter on Twitch and maybe, like, 2 chatters on YouTube. Like, they truly don't fucking matter, man. And these fucking robots need to understand that It's a platform of mentally ill children, man. It truly doesn't matter what happens there.
Sent in messages. Video was made private at some point as of 6/7/2023. It has been made public again. Video was once again made private sometime before 6:30. Attached image link sent in messages, which is this. Obviously, this has been redacted. Lionel's Twitch account is Desolance himself, was suspended or banned site-wide on twitch.tv later. Yeah, you can thank me for that. You can thank me for that. Because right when I found out your fucking Twitch, and I will say this, you did stream on that Twitch a couple times. We have those videos, but I don't think you do. Yeah, I don't think you do, but we do. I messaged my partner rep and was like, hey, this fucking psychopath is doing all this shit. And he was like, nah, I got you. And boom. So you can be mad at me for that. Oh, that account got banned for doxing. His new account. Yeah. So this account right here was banned for doxing. The one that I got banned was Human Sadness. Preventing him from using any of the chat or messaging features. Twitch does not publicly disclose the duration or reason for the suspension or ban. Doxes Naomi, Discord attack. Lionel had joined the community Discord server the same day just prior to doxing on Twitch TV. He was posting not safe for work images and personal information in the Discord channels. Discord server and Twitch channel moderator banned the Discord account and scrubbed the server of 132 messages to prevent the community from seeing it. The logs were unfortunately not documented or logged properly. Lionel's description of the event, the mod's description of the events was to directly message me to via Discord, but he posted pictures of a dead girl, spammed Naomi's personal info a bunch of times. That picture was the thing that he sent Naomi in the previous email, at least to my knowledge. Some barista ASMR video in the last message he typed before I banned him was at Naomi and telling her to K herself. Local police departments were contacted the day of the initial incident. Included images of the date, joined the server, as well as the logs that remained of his behavior in the Discord server. Desolance Discord user ID. This is more Discord shit. Member banned. He loves to make multiple accounts, and he loves to spam. More Discord shit. Being banned. Oh, this is nice. 5/28/2023. A Discord account that was in the server was attempting to friend request Discord ID. Your cat is dead. I wonder who that could be. I wonder who your cat is dead could be. Let's see. YouTube attack. YouTube attack. Only shared Discord was Xenosis, which had joined his server 2 days prior. Twitter states Massachusetts residents, also makes mention of telling people that is where he lives in Massachusetts. Telling people if they have a problem with him to come to Massachusetts. This is his YouTube, which he claims he does not advertise or whatever. I would imagine this is a video. Video renamed 6/7 will perish in her mother's house. I'm sorry, Layla, if you're watching. I have no idea why your fucking FF Logs is on here. He is a psychopath. I have no idea why you were even on here. But if anybody is wondering, Layla has absolutely fucking nothing to do with any of this. He is just a crazy motherfucker and happens to have his...
Pardon my lack of reaction for this video. It's just kind of just wild. You know, there's only really so much you can say. There's only so many times you can say, man, this is fucked up. I mean, before chat gets it, this is just fucked up. It's just kind of fucking shocking, to be honest. It's just a lot, you know, like bro's cooked.
Vlogs page up, which I have no idea why. Anyway, this YouTube channel right here was banned. He remade one, and I will get into this later, but it was actually fucking hilarious because when he first remade it, he started to use a voice changer so that people wouldn't know that it was him. And let me tell you this, his voice changer was so fucking bad, it didn't sound any different, like no different whatsoever. This fucking idiot tried to use a voice changer so that people can recognize him. And this same guy that used a voice changer on a YouTube video did not use a voice changer when he sent my lawyer death threats over the phone. What in the fuck is wrong with your fucking brain, you idiot?
Yeah. I'm gonna just, I think I get it. Clearly this Desolance guy is a piece of shit. I don't even think I can mentally handle any more of that, man. That's just like, I miss the days where drama is like fun. But it's kind of just, this guy's a criminal. And you know what's crazy? I bet it gets worse. And if you want to check it out, feel free to check out the link. But for me, yeah, I would really like drama to go back to being fun and less of this criminal bullshit. There's a lot of similarities for what's happened, but this is just it's a little bit much. It's a little bit much. Regardless, the people involved in this, I hope you get your justice. And goddamn, maybe us and the gods have it a little bit better than we thought.